Okay. Hello, welcome back. I'm here today to do a review on the Fitbit Sense. Yeah, I hope I said that right. Oh, if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you are back for another video with me, thank you. I appreciate it. Hit that like button, subscribe, notifications, do all the things, comment below. I'm trying to keep Bentley from attacking the camera. So, we'll try to make this a quick one. I have had this since it pretty much came out. I pre-ordered it, and I think it's been like a month, maybe. So, I gave it some time to see how I feel, what I like about it, what I don't like. So the difference with this compared to like the Versa 2, which is what I had before this, is it can track, it can track your stress level. It goes more in depth with your sleep score. There's like 3 factors that it looks into, which I will show you in a little bit. And it also does a meditation, mindful relaxation thing on your watch. So it walks you through how to do it, but essentially it's on here, you start it, and you have to hold your hand over it for it to sense that it's covered, and then it makes you breathe. So if that's for you, it's there. That's cool. I always feel like 2 minutes takes a really long time, but I've done it a couple times. I've tried. Okay, so stop it, Bentley. Here is, I did really good. I don't know if you can see that. This is my stress score. So last night I got a 92, which you want it to be as close to 100 as possible. So if you're like me and you didn't read anything about this, you just bought it because of all the things it can do. When I first saw my stress score, I was like, oh my God, that's high. But it's supposed to be. If it's too low, that's bad. So it takes it gets your score from your sleep score. So these are the 3 categories it looks at. And then if you go to your sleep score, which is like this, it shows the 3 categories as well. So time of sleep, when you're deep sleeping, and your restoration. Words you're going to learn, they're not for me. The time of sleep is worth 50 points. The deep sleep is 25. And like your sleeping, it says your sleeping heart rate and restless is up to 25. And then if you click on your sleeping heart rate, like to see when you're restful, when you're tossing and turning, if you go down towards the bottom, it shows you your oxygen. Can you see that? Kind of, sort of. And actually I had a peak in mine, which this is the second time I've ever seen it go above where it's considered high. Otherwise, mine's pretty low. And it says that if you have a high one constantly, it could be a heart problem. So keep an eye out for that. Also something on here that it can do is it does your baseline temperature when you're sleeping. I do wish that it explained what your temperature was like when you're sleeping. I hope you can see that a little bit. But it doesn't. So that's a dislike for me. I personally am curious as to know what my temperature actually runs throughout the night, because I do run hot. But it just does it based off your personal range, which it takes 3 days for it to decide what that is. And then it'll tell you if you were above or below. So last night I was plus 0.7. And then Tuesday I was negative 0.5. So that's all it really gives you. When I've hit the learn more, it just tells you how it got the data. So maybe in the future they'll do something like, this is what your temperature was last night. You can also do a health metrics. And I haven't looked too much into this, mostly because it's only since I have 6 months free premium, it can calculate up to 30 days worth of like where you're at health wise, and it just kind of, it looks like it breaks it down for you. But once my 6 months is up, I'm not going to pay for it, so that'll probably disappear. And then it has the other stuff that all the other Fitbits have, like how much you've lost in weight, your steps, your water, etc. So those are the main new things for this one, which is really cool. So the battery life. The battery life is supposed to be 6 to 7 days, and it claims that it can charge in 12 minutes. So since getting this, I have never had it done charging in 12 minutes. It will say, however, that I am on a slow plug or block. It doesn't really break it down. It just says that if I move it to a different plug, it should charge faster. And I just hit OK, because so far I've tried like 3 different areas and it still says the same thing. So I'm not 100% sure what's going on with that. And then the days. So I think I make it through 4 days before I have to charge it. And I will say I have text messages and phone calls. Those are my only notifications that I get. I turned everything else off. I even went into the app and turned it off from telling me when my heart rate is high and when it's low. So when you're exercising, it automatically starts doing that. It'll be like, oh, your heart rate jumped up to here on your watch, and you hit OK and you continue your workout, or vice versa. It'll do it when it drops. That got really annoying because every time it would buzz me, I thought, ooh, I made my step goal or whatever. No, it was just telling me my heart rate changed. So I turned that off as well. I also turned off the reminder to do I think it's 250 steps an hour, to try to see if it will last longer. The only thing that I can't figure out, excuse me, and this could be why mine drains a little faster, is when you're going for a walk, like say around the neighborhood, which I do daily, it GPS's it. So it creates a trail, and sometimes it'll tell me it can't find it. So I think it's spending so much time trying to find where I'm at that it's draining my battery. I don't think that's something I can really turn off, so it probably is what it is. But I was really excited for the 12-minute charging, because I thought that was cool. And maybe it's just my outlets. I don't know. So the Versa 2 would last me about 4 to 5 days. So charging wise, it hasn't really changed. I was kind of looking forward to less time, but as long as I'm not losing days, it's fine with me. So if you don't have one of these, which I don't know if everyone does, it says that it can do an ECG, which is like mindful scan of your body. It does. That's the 2-minute thing. It like has you meditate for 2 minutes and then tells you your heart rate from start to finish, and then it'll tell you that you could be stressed. I will say I like the way they packaged it. So packaging wise, as I showed you, it was like this. It slides up, and I do really like how they opened it like a book type and advertised the watch in the middle. So the watch was right here. I think that was really clever. It makes it unique. I also like that it is gold and white, if you can see that. So they have the rose gold, the black, and then they did a gold this time around. I went with the gold because I already had the black and I've had the rose gold, so I was trying to do something new. I'm trying to think what else to say about this. You can answer your phone calls on the watch. That's pretty cool. It has a version of Apple Pay. I don't know if they can call it Apple Pay since that's the Apple brands thing, but they have just the same thing where you can put your cards on here and then it can tap pay. I don't think there's much else. I think that's, yeah. So I pretty much hit all the new stuff. Oh, sorry, it's supposed to be 6 days. It says 6 days battery life. And I'm about 4, so... And that's with barely anything. It's just the GPS portion. I will say that the 6-month premium trial, that's kind of cool because I don't want to spend, I think it's $9.99 a month, especially to know if I even want it to begin with. I personally don't feel the need to renew it afterwards, which I already mentioned. I think that it is a good thing to see. They do have some workouts you can do. But it's also stuff you can find on YouTube, and it's also stuff that I feel most people already do at the gym. So to me, it doesn't seem beneficial for me to keep it. I was kind of looking forward to it just because they have more challenges, like that you can do with your friends and stuff. But you can only do it if your friends also have it. So it's just, that's a no for me. That's a hard pass. But yes, it's been a month, like I said. I do enjoy Fitbit over Apple brands because I feel like they focus more on health. I did also have an Apple Watch at one point, and I used it just for the steps and the activity. I didn't really use it for anything else, so it felt kind of a waste to me. And I had to charge it every night, and I couldn't get a sleep score, so that was a huge downfall for me. But I'm Fitbit, hardcore Fitbit. I do every now and then wonder, do I want to switch back to Apple? And then I look to see if they have anything that will do some of the stuff that Fitbit does. It still doesn't. So, you know, I'll stick with the Fitbit. I will say that I like that Fitbit is constantly improving and it is getting closer, because I have always believed that the idea behind the Apple Watch and all its technology, if they could just combine it with some of Fitbit's stuff, it'd be great. So Fitbit's listening. I don't know what Apple's doing. They're making more phones, I guess. But yeah, that's just my review. I do recommend it. I like the added features of the stress score and the temperature. I just hope that they tweak the temperature thing a little bit more so that like I said, I would know that I was, I don't know, we'll just say 70 degrees. My body was 70 degrees. And then I would know, oh, so it went from 70 to like 73 at some point throughout the night. That's why I had to throw my blanket off. But that's just a little detail, and it is their first time doing the temperature thing, so there's room to grow. If you like any of this information that I gave you today, hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, do all the things. Yeah, so that's it. I don't really ever know how to end these very well. But yeah, I'll see you next time.